Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. This is where we review cars and motorcycles. And in today's episode, we have a car that defined this luxury subcompact genre. It is a 2023 Range Rover Evoque. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the car. We're going to see some of its features. I'll take it on the road, share my thoughts with you guys, talk about the cost of ownership, and assign it a Bhroman score. But before we do any of that, if you're new to Bhroman, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. We put out content every week, and your support would mean a lot. It's me, it's your boy Bro, and I am your Bhroman. So this is like the baby Range Rover, and under the hood is a baby too. Under the hood is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which puts out 246 horses and about 260 foot-pound of torque. So starting off from the front of the car, it's got that beautiful Range Rover grille that tells you it's a Range Rover, and it's got adaptive cruise, you have parking sensors, and yeah, it's in the R-Dynamic package. Looking at the side profile of the car, I love those lines. I mean, it's really compact, but it's a good looking car. As for the wheel, it's got this beautiful 20-inch wheel, and it's in this gorgeous black finish. I love it. So this is the key fob. You have lock, unlock, lights, trunk release, and your panic button. On the other side it says Land Rover. Pretty cool. So when the car is locked, all the door handles go inside. Now when you press the unlock, boom, they fold out, and so does the mirror. I don't know, man. Every time I see that on a Range Rover, I find it super cool. Let's take a minute to admire the color combination as well. I love the black roof, and you have the little black side panels at the bottom, and you got like black inserts all through it. It just looks gorgeous. All right, let's look at the butt on the back of the car. You have the same black lower lip there, black inserts, tail lights, reverse lights, turn signals all over there, and it says it's a Range Rover Evoque. To get to the trunk, there's a little button here. You press that, and boom, opens right up. Well, it's not the biggest or the most spacious of trunks, but you know what, it's a subcompact SUV, decent amount of trunk space if you ask me. It's not a lot, it's not tiny either, so I'll just say decent. And on top is the black glass. It's the panoramic glass roof. It looks really cool. Looking at this second row seating doors, the passenger doors, you have a nice aluminum insert here, more piano black inserts. You have your door handle and your window button. There's some storage space down there, and you have your speaker. As for the seats and stuff, the rear seats, it does look really subcompact and looks really tight. Let's get inside the back seat and see how it goes. Alright, so I have the driver's seat at my setting. I'm 5'10", and I have a good amount of headroom here, but my knees, they're right up against the seat, so not a lot of leg room. That being said, I'll say that the seat is pretty comfortable here. Alright, let's talk about the amenities in the back seat. Well, there's not a whole lot. You have your air vents, and then you have a couple of, you have a cigarette style power outlet, and do you have USBs? No. But the seats are pretty deep, and they are quite comfortable. And the seat in the middle, that folds down to be your armrest and cup holders. Let's look at the driver's side door. Well, same thing. You have a brushed aluminum insert, piano black inserts, door handle, all your buttons for your windows and mirrors, storage space, and speaker. All right, so I'm sitting in the driver's seat now. Is it a little better here? Well, headroom is not a problem. I'm 5'10". Legroom, well, it's decent. It's quite decent. This is a nice round compact steering wheel. Tells you it's a Range Rover. On the left hand side you have your phone and other menu controls, and that's your wild card. You can customize it for anything that you want to get to quickly, your volume button, and your speech recognition button. Then coming out to the right hand side, this has adaptive cruise, so you have cruise control and your adaptive cruise settings. It's got heated steering wheel. And look here, it's got paddle shifters. Little paddle shifters, I like it. Nice touch. As for your cockpit and your dash display, there you go. You have your speedometer, your tachometer, a bunch of information in the middle. You have your fuel gauge, outside temperature, odometer, engine oil temperature, speed limit, your eco mode, your digital speedometer, which gear you're on, and that's your lane keep assist. Moving on to the rest of the center console and such. The material here is nice, and it's nice to touch and whatnot, but it feels like it's a better version of hard plastic. Then you have your air vents, hazards, and then here's your beautiful screen. Yeah, and this gives you you can do a lot of things over here. You press that, you have navigation, accounts, cameras, all of that. It's even integrated with Amazon Alexa now, so you can do that. Let me show you a cool thing. If you do vehicle dimensions, it'll show you the dimensions of the vehicle. How cool is that, right? It's only 14.5 feet long and about 6 feet 11 inches wide. I'm sure that's gonna come in really handy when you go off-road, and this is a very off-road capable car, so it gives you a nice view. And once you hit the camera button, it shows you what's in the back and where your car is in aspect to others. Phone, media, weather, and you can toggle through a lot of that. It shows you your slope assist. You even have a compass, your wheel info. I mean, you get a lot of cool stuff. It's a Range Rover after all. Alright, then moving down below is your climate controls, and this is touchscreen, so if you want air to not flow to the middle, you click there, it goes away. Not in the bottom, click there, it goes away. This does not have ventilated seats, this has heated seats. And then you have some vehicle, so you can choose. These are your quick settings for terrain. You can leave it at auto, do it at sand, and the background changes to sand, mud ruts, grass, gravel, snow. I like it. And comfort or eco. And then you have more air conditioning controls, climate controls over here. That's your shift lever. You have two generous cup holders here, and then you have your center console. You can open them one at a time. USB power outlets, decent enough storage space. Let's look at the glove box. There's a glove box, and dang, it's a pretty big glove box. I was not expecting that. Guess where this, and here's the start button over there, right above the steering wheel over there. I guess I didn't show you guys the startup screen, so let's go turn her on. Boom. Well, that reminds me, do you guys happen to know what time it is? It's time for some throttle therapy. Let's go. So first things first, like the visibility out of this thing is actually quite good. You can see a lot of things quite well. It's time to do our first test. Let's go ahead and do a pull test, shall we? In goo. Okay, the engine be like, let's go, let's go. So it's definitely not quick. I mean, I wasn't expecting a car with 246 horses to be quick. I mean, had it been a tiny car, sure, but this is not a tiny car. I mean, it's compact, but no, it's not quick. I mean, but I'll give the engine mad props though. It does a lot of theatrics in trying to convince you that I'm doing stuff, I'm mean. No, you're not. The ride is more or less comfortable. I do get a lot of, like, if we are going over uneven roads and stuff, you feel that in your through your seat and whatnot. Don't expect this the Evoque to ride like the Range Rover does, or any other, like most of the other bigger, more expensive Range Rovers do. But it's not as plush, but it's pretty decent. You don't get a lot of feedback from your steering wheel. Like, say, it's not a very direct feeling of the steering, in my opinion. I'm not getting a whole lot of feedback. But I think the Range Rover Evoque came out in what, 2012 or something, sometime around there, and it was a hoot. I mean, it looked really cool. There was not many cars like that, and it was compact, it was practical, and there were not many or any competitors in the market. But now with time, I think all of the luxury car makers, BMW, Mercedes, Volvo, Audi, everybody's got a subcompact SUV to offer. But you know what, I'll still say, like, the Evoque, it looks really cool from the outside, and I love the fit and finish and the quality of the interior. Is this a good car to use as a daily driver? Yeah, I think so. It's comfy enough, and it's practical enough to be used as a daily driver. Fuel economy, I think this gets you around 24 in the city, 27 on the highways, somewhere in that, so pretty decent. Now, is this a good car for family hauling? Well, it depends. If you're a small family, or at least if you have kids that are smaller, yes, maybe, potentially, you could. But if you have a larger family, or kids are grown up, or close to the teenage years or whatever, I think it's gonna be tight in the back. And keep in mind, the other thing is, this does not have a huge trunk or storage space. So when you're traveling with family, with your own family and kids and whatnot, there's always so much stuff you gotta lug with you, and you might not have enough storage space to do that. Is this a good car for road trips? Well, again, if it's just a few of you, like 2 or 3 of you, sure, should be great for road trips. It's got a great music system and speakers and all that. They're really awesome. It's comfortable, it's quiet, it's luxurious, so I don't see why not. But if it's, again, like a big group of you going on a road trip, probably not. Again, and it also doesn't have a lot of storage space. See, something to keep in mind. What about the cost of ownership, bro, man? So, the Range Rover Evoque, the luxury subcompact SUV. It's compact from the outside, it's compact on the inside, not a lot of... Yeah, it's compact on the inside, both for your seating space and your storage space. You get a lot of technology features. It's really capable off-road. You could use it as a daily driver, and if you have a smaller family or family with younger kids, you probably might be okay using it as a family hauler, or even going on road trips. Now, the fit and finish on the interior is amazing. I cannot stress that enough. And it's a Range Rover, so you get a quality product. Is the Range Rover Evoque the car for you? Well, are you in the market looking for a compact or a subcompact SUV? You don't want a really big SUV, maybe you don't have kids, or maybe they're really small, and you want an SUV but you don't want the big bulky presence of a bigger SUV. Well, you might be in luck with the subcompact segment, so head on down to your closest Range Rover dealership and take one out for a spin. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you soon. Bro out.